Okay, so I had an idea about sand, and I was thinking about sand because there's a lot of land that's covered in sand in this world, and there's a lot of land in this world that's going to be covered with water soon, right? So as water tables keep rising, right, the water keeps rising up, the shoreline needs to be protected, but we can't just sandbag it or put rocks in. But what if we were to anneal sand from places that have excess in their region, turn it into tempered large glass blocks like this, lock them in place like this so that they fit together but they just slide in so that they're still somewhat clear but thick blocks. And then that way when the water hits them, they're tall, maybe, I don't know, 14 feet tall by 3 feet wide each. And then they will just move slightly back and forth because they're conjoined like this, and it's hard to break off something that's like that when it's together. Plus, the weight of it, this allows it to be able to move in a way or a fashion. Plus, it's glass, so it's sand. It has virtual weight. The only thing we would have to think about is some type of base plate on it, so that way we can make sure that it doesn't move. That would be important as well. We have to remember as the water table keeps rising and as things keep melting, the spin of the earth will change because the amount of water pressure in the middle will gradually have to increase, which will slow down the spin itself or make it wobbly. And so as it gets wobbly, ocean's currents that are warm and cold will cross over each other, and that will cause waters that will cause definite changes in the level of water, because the more acidity rises from the salt, the more frothier the regular water gets and the more disassociated the water gets from itself because of the acidity content. So not only does water rise from glaciers sinking and melting, but it also rises from the acidity of the salt layer below it based on magnetics way below the surface that you can't see, that actually creates a permanent layer of a vapor above it. So we got to get ahead of this. And we have to think about areas that have too much sand but are still high ground, because I bet you there's dirt under them. Hell, there might be whole civilizations underneath them, right? And this can be done. Or you can just recycle plastic, but it floats, remember? I thought about that. Recycled plastic. It floats.